Lucinda, or Lucy, or Lucy Fire, however you know me. This is a recap from the beginner's workshop that I taught at GlowFest. So we're just going to start with one fan, and the whole class was all focusing on closed grip moves. So closed grip means that my grip is closed around the fan. With weaves, you're going to really only see, there are a few different grips, but for this level, there's going to be closed grip and there's going to be open grip. Closed grip, our grip is closed around the fan. If we were to open our grip, we would lose the fan. Open grip, our grip can be open and the fan doesn't go anywhere. So palm up to the sky, open grip. So putting the fan back into closed grip, you can think I come from the top and grab the fan. We looked at a thumb leading, open grip, weave. Some people call these shoulder reels. When we're doing any kind of weave, we want to really think about the circular motion. So with fans, they're kind of like little pieces of a circle. Depending on the size fan you have, it can be a quarter circle, maybe a semicircle, or something in between. But the idea is that they want to go in a circular motion. So if you give them the momentum in the right direction, it's going to help you get through the sticky parts of any movement. The other thing to think about is, particularly with this weave, completing your circles. So there's two circles in this. There's one at the front and one at the back. I'll just demonstrate the move that we're doing. Awesome. So we've got a circle at the front and a circle at the back. We can count 4 pieces of each circle. So we've got 1 down, 2 side, 3 sky, 4 side, 1 back, 2 side, 3 top, 4 side, and then we're back to the beginning where we started counting. So if you practice this slowly, it can really help to drill out the pathway and make sure your planes stay nice and clean. If you're not sure what a plane is, it's the space in which you're keeping the movement, in this case, of your prop. This move is happening in wheel plane. So if I turn from the side, wall plane. So if I turn from the side, you can see it's all happening within this spot. A good way to think about it is like Indiana Jones, and the walls are closing in, and there's a wall either side, and we have to complete the move in that tiny spot. Otherwise, I know Jessie Spin has a really cute way of explaining it. She says like a piece of toast in a toaster, like a little piece of toast in a toaster, and you don't want to get burnt if you go too far forward or too far back. So too far forward or too far back, boom, you're going to get burnt. So keeping our planes nice and clean, doing this drill of all of the pieces of the puzzle really helps. Let's break the move down a little bit further. So I'm keeping a really nice loose grip. Once it's at the side, I want to use this momentum of this scoop up and over, and then really push into my downbeat. So the downbeat being when my leading fan wick is going. So is going down, sorry. So thumb wick going down, boom, like so. If I give a lot of energy to my downbeat, it's going to help me get through this awkward part where you can see, look, from here onwards, my hand's in a really kind of weird position. I come all the way back, and then again, it's a bit of a weird position, and then we're back to a normal position. Keep your grip kind of loose, give a lot of energy to the scoop up and the downbeat, and it will naturally want to go around in that rotation. So we do this scoop, down and around. If you're not sure if you're doing this move correctly, one thing you can do is come to the side, then pause at the back, let the fan hang on your little fingies, like so. So from the back, they're hanging on my little fingies. And then re-grab that fan, so re-grip, pull it around. Boom. So that was a very in-depth breakdown of all of the things that you can do to complete your thumb leading closed grip weave, otherwise known as a shoulder reel. Why it's known as a shoulder reel is because it's happening at your shoulder. Boom. Now we looked at doing this movement with 2 fans. Bum, 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 bum. So to learn the other hand, just rewatch the first part of the video and apply all of the same principles, and you'll have it in your other hand. So they're both thumb leading. When we do them together, it's nice because they're opposite direction, but they're going at the same time. So your hands naturally mirror each other, kind of. So it'll be a little bit easier than if we were, say, going split time, which we'll look at next. So same time thumbs, we're keeping that nice scoop up so they can go behind and down. And if you look at my elbows when I'm doing this motion, they come in and then back up as I'm coming to the front. So they drop in as I'm scooping towards the back. As I'm at the back, they start to pick up as I'm coming back to the front. You can see there's this very subtle lift and drop of my elbows. You can do it without the lift and drop of the elbows, all in the wrists, but that little lift and drop just helps to free up the movement. Once we completed this movement, because everyone was such good learners, we then had time to look at the movement in reverse. A good way to do this is to complete the thumb leading, push up to the sky, and then allow momentum to help you come back down. Now, let's do that slowly. From the top, we're still in our closed grip, but we've brought it up high. Now it's our pinky wick leading. We're going the opposite direction to what we were before. Pinky wick comes down. We start to complete this circular motion. Now, if you do this slowly, it's going to feel really weird. You'll notice I'm opening my shoulder in order to complete the motion slowly. Whereas if you do this quickly, it's going to allow you to get through that awkward bit a little bit easier. Same tips, look for your 4 points of the circle and have a really nice loose grip. The more you grip tightly, the harder it is to maneuver that motion. Whereas if I grip loosely, just hanging on my fingers like so, I can allow the motion to happen a bit more smoothly. Something I find really helpful when going reverse is going forwards first, boom, 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 pausing and then changing direction. The reason why I find this helpful is because your hand and wrist and arm is already kind of carving out that pathway, and then you just sort of pendulum in reverse and it can kind of help carve it out. Now, most likely when you first do this move, it's going to look something a little bit more like and that's completely fine. Just keep practicing. Keep seeing if you can use the momentum to scoop around and around, and you can pause it halfway like we did there. Pause at the back. Feels a bit awkward, but we get into that little finger hanging position and then scoop it to the front. But yeah, as I said, momentum really helps. So taking it from the top, letting that drop down, guide you through. And also being mindful of opening your shoulder. So when you do this in the beginning, don't try and do two hands at the same time, just do one hand. Open your shoulder towards the direction of the fan as you're going behind. So as you're crossing from the front of your body to the back of your body, like so, boom, boom. So again, from the top, pinky leading. I'm just doing one weave here. I'm opening my shoulder, same hand as the fan, and I'm coming down. I'm going to go back up with a thumb leading. And you can really exaggerate this motion if you're not quite getting it. Make it even bigger. Make your circle even bigger, even bigger, even bigger. And that's going to help you get the motion down. Once that's feeling good, you'll tighten it up. And then eventually, once you've practiced those things for a while and you've drilled them in your body, maybe that's for some of you during this video, maybe that's for some of you in a few weeks' time after really practicing forwards for a while, and then really practicing a really big backwards for a while and slowly bringing it in. Whenever that time comes, we're going to do a little sequence. We do two together, push up, and then one down, boom, and the other one down. So again, apply all the principles of what we learned on this hand, the grey fan, to your other hand, the purple fan. Now you notice I have a big ring, but you can do this with small ring as well. In fact, I'll get this small ring fan so we can see the comparison. It's just a smaller fan. Push up, one down, two down, boom. So tech grip and big ring, or small ring and big ring, both work. The next thing that we looked at in this class was splitting the timing of our thumb directional closed grip weave. And the way that we split the time is one's at the back and one's at the front. So we do half of that move. We really want to be very comfortable with the thumb leading weave before we try and split the time. because you don't want to have to think about the motion. Because the timing isn't the same, your brain can't really think about both hands at the same time. One's at the back. Now what you can think about is both thumb wicks, because both thumb wicks will still be in momentum at the same time. Boom. So what we do here is grey fan goes to the back, thumb leading, hangs out and waits, and then you're going to go thumb and thumb at the same time. So the purple tech fan is going to go to the back, the grey pink ring, big ring is going to come to the front, boom, and then way to the back. Now, if that's feeling too difficult, you can go 1 to the back, 2 to the back, 1 to the front, 2 to the front, 1 to the back, 2 to the back, 1 to the front, 2 to the front. Boom, 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 and so on. Then when that's feeling really comfortable, you'll put 1 at the back and see if we can go 2 together to swap, 2 together to swap. It feels a bit weird, and you might notice that sometimes you're kind of going like, and just folding through. That's okay. Just go back to drilling 1 hand at a time, in whatever pattern you do it. And then when it's feeling more comfortable again, we want to think thumb wicks are going up the center of our body. So see how they're both coming up, out, and swapping. Up, out, swapping. Boom, boom. And it feels really weird. Boom, boom. And then eventually, boom, 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 boom. You might start just by doing 1, 2. So like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then continuous. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to do a little bonus video for some of those extra things that we got to, because there was such a wide range of students in the class. But yes, here is a nice little breakdown for all of the beginner things we did at GlowFest 2024. I hope you guys enjoy, and please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I love teaching, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you like. You can send me little videos too. Happy day!